So welcome to this tutorial, which is a walkthrough of the cleaning digital tracker. I just released this today, and I'm going to be taking you through my actual one because I created this for myself, but there is a blank one. So again, this is a digital planner. It's good for use on your iPad if you have GoodNotes or any other PDF document handler, that app that you have on your phone. So real quick, here is your home screen. This is where you will start off. And the reason I created this cleaning tracker is I don't like to clean. I really hate to clean. And I read a book and I thought this lady was insane. I don't even know why I picked it up. It was like how to keep your house organized and clean. I don't know, something like that. And she talked about cleaning every day and I'm like, oh my God, this lady's insane. And I wound up like it bothered me so much. And I'm like, I have to do it just to prove how insane she is. And it wound up sticking for me. And so that's where I created this. I created my own tracker to track my cleaning, and then I wound up creating this digital planner. And so don't laugh because it's just funny how cleaning a little bit every day is so much better than having to do the weekend marathon. So this cleaning tracker is kind of based on doing a little bit every day, and we'll dive into it. But if you think I'm insane, keep on watching because, again, I felt the same way about the first person who I read this from, and I just thought she was totally insane. So here we are in the home screen. If you hit the home tab, you will wind up here. And let's jump over to, I'm going to jump over to the annual. No, we're going to jump over the to-do. So this is my actual to-do. These are the things that I have to do. We'll just jump over the blank. So here's the blank one, shows you, this is what you'll get when you purchase it. This is my actual one, so you can see the difference. I have a bunch of things filled in, and I wound up typing mine in on the actual, as I was creating the PDF, I typed in my to-dos. So you're just going to write in, wash, oops, turn on the pen, helps, wash, come on, get my fingers to work, wash windows, could be one of your to-dos. For me, my handwriting is so horrible that's why I type whenever I can in advance, and all I have to do is check boxes because I just have awful handwriting on the iPad and it's embarrassing. So I typed this in for myself, and these are all the to-dos I have. We just moved in a few months ago to a new house, so there's just a lot to do. So the to-do side is obviously your to-dos. Over here is the need help. So I can't carpet the basement myself. I can't fix the lights in my basement. I need to tile the shower and the bath upstairs and down. So this side is for need help. And I've left your room. I don't know how many boxes you're going to need, so you can obviously write around the graphic if you need to. So that's what the to-do page is all about. And if you go to the projects page, and it helps me turn the panel the right way. The projects page is where you can kind of write in. So if you are doing something like, I don't know, going to remodel your bathroom, you might have had several tasks that you'd want to do. So, you might want to get a new vanity. Oops, get on the right thing. Might need a vanity. So you're going to write that here. Your notes are go to Home Depot and research, the prices on a vanity or something like that. And you can put your to-do dates here and you can write all your tasks. So that's one way that you can use this to track your projects. So that's what the project tab is. So to do is the things you already know about and that are kind of one-off. So painting and sanding the front door is not something I really need to plan out like a project. Projects are more involved. So like a bathroom remodel or something that's just a multi-step, cleaning out the garage might involve inventorying the garage, cleaning the garage, holding a garage sale, pricing the items, whatever. So you could have more of a project like that. So these are your project pages. And whenever you need them, again, you can always plus sign and add more project pages if you need them. And then I created just a general notes pad for you just to have a spot where you just need to jot down things, might be things to remember. So anything, again, this is related to your home and related to cleaning. So that's what you have here. So for me, my to-do is not necessarily cleaning. These are projects in the home. This, again, would be projects in the home. Notes could be just general things related to your home. So let's dive into the cleaning part. So these are the generic things that will help you keep your home in order. But now let's dive into the actual to-do cleanings. So over here, again, what I've created, so if you go here in the blank one, you'll see that these are all blank, 4 weeks. This is undated so that you can kind of use it any month you want. I've started in September because that's the month we're in. And this wasn't something I created on a whim. This is something I'm actually using. So that's why it's built for this month because this is the month I'm releasing it. But you have all 12 months and certainly, you can pick this up in December and still make it work. So I wrote down all the things that I'm going to do each week, and it's each day of the week. So again, remember I talked about the craziness of cleaning every day. What I found is that if I just have one task to do, like clean the kitchen, and I don't mean like cleaning the oven, I'm just cleaning the kitchen on the surface, just getting everything nice and neat, cleaning out the sink, wiping down all the countertops, cleaning the table. I find that I can do this in between 10 to 15 minutes. And if I have just short things to do, 10, 15 minutes isn't a big deal for me. So I clean the kitchen week 1 and I clean the kitchen in week 3, and I always have a clean kitchen. And I know it sounds insane, but it works. It's just crazy. So cleaning the bath downstairs, again, if you're only cleaning that one bath, I can do it in less than 15 minutes. And I actually started timing myself. I don't know if you can see I don't think I have my worksheet here. But I actually started to write down the times. I'd hit the timer, I'd turn on, either a podcast or I'd just turn on a good playlist, and I would time myself. And I would be like, okay, I did that in 14 minutes. Next time, let's see if I can get faster. So you can write down things like, I did this in 14 minutes. If you feel like it, oops, get back in the pen. 14 min. You can do things like that. Oh, I did it in 10 min. And see how you do and get better at it. Again, the more you can turn things into a game, the more fun you're going to have. But that's how I created this, is based on what I'm doing. So I picked one task each day that would only take me about 15 minutes. So I'm only vacuuming the downstairs. Next week I vacuum the upstairs. And so every 2 weeks, my entire house gets cleaned so that by week 3, I'm starting again. So it really doesn't get that dirty. And then every weekend I do a little bit more in project land. So, hot tub and plants, I always have to put chemicals in the hot tub. I always got to water the plants. So that's a constant. But then I have some other things. So the first of the month, I always have to change the spa filter in the hot tub. I always want to clean my makeup brushes. And then because it's September, I wanted to decorate for fall. So these vary by month, and I'll show you where they come from in a minute. But this gives you a chance to go through, and this part really doesn't change. I kind of keep on going. And then my weekend, which are like longer projects, will kind of repeat somewhat. But then, so here I did bath mats. So in September, I was cleaning out the fridge. But in October, on week 2, I was doing the bath mats. So you can get an idea of how these vary up. And you have every month. And so I've given you each month because you might want to change things. So again, in yours, you have blanks. So you may not repeat the same things. You may only clean your house. Maybe you clean your house once a month. So when you do the kitchen, you don't do it until maybe week 4 or week 5. So you may not do it as often. So I've given you the blanks to kind of put in what you want. So your weekend projects, I've given you 4 lines and then ones for each day of the week. So you do have that blank version. But this, I find, it's crazy how it works. And if you miss a week, you're like, that's not that big a deal. I'll pick it up here. So yeah, it's going to be dirty for a month, but it's not that bad. Or if I can double up and say, okay, I'm going to just do these 2 because I know. So say you had something going on and you're going to be going out and you weren't going to be able to do this. So you could double up and do it on this day and double up and spend a little bit longer than you normally would have. Or when you're mopping here, you might say, well, I'm going to do this mopping too because I know I'm going to miss this day. But for me, there's some kind of logical order. Obviously, you're going to dust. And by up, I mean upstairs versus downstairs. So I want to dust before I vacuum. Obviously, that makes sense to me. And then I want to mop after I vacuum. So you may have some logical order to some of the things you do. So you want to make sure you do them in that order. But if you can look at your week and say, this day is going to be a problem, so I'm going to do it a day ahead of it, or I'm going to do a day later. It helps you. And I also give myself free days. So you can see there's a day where I don't have to do anything, or I can make up a task if I've missed it. And I have some free time here. So, obviously watering the plants, putting a spa filter, these don't take very long. Washing my makeup brushes, again, these are all 10, 15-minute projects. It's not a big deal. Even spot painting, running around, doesn't take that long. So these are all 10, 15-minute projects. So you're really not spending a whole lot of time cleaning, yet your house always feels clean. So that's what you'll get from these tabs. Again, they go all the way down. Get my right pen on. They go all the way down through the year. So they're all the same. And then over here is your annual. So what you have here, yours again is going to be blank. So if I go to annual over here, it's going to be blank. And it's a chance for you to write in the things that you want to do less frequently. So something that doesn't need to be done every week or every month. So for me, bath mats, I do that every 3 months. So that means pulling them out, throwing them in the washer. If you do it too often, they start to fall apart, but they definitely need to get cleaned. So that's what I do. So when I'm doing, so here was September. So I decided, okay, I need to do the fridge every 6 months. I want to clean out the fridge. So if you look over in September, week 2, oops, put that on, I penciled in the fridge. So now if we go back to the annual, I also said I want to clean out the washer because I did not know this, but you're supposed to really clean your washer, and there's some steps on I have a brand new washer and it gave me a guide on how to take care of it. So if I go over to September, and you'll see over here that I've got my washer as one of my weekend projects. So the way that you can use this is your annual projects, you can kind of divide up into months and come up with some maybe deeper cleaning or just some cleaning that you just don't need to do on a regular basis. Or I even have decorating, so decorating for different holidays, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day. Oh, nice spelling error there, but that's on my planner, so it doesn't matter. So I have different things, doing the dryer vent, that's important, spot cleaning, spot painting. So this, and I can add to it, I can obviously write in at any time if I want to add something to April, maybe it's spring cleaning, I don't know what it is. Maybe I want to do. So you can add that in. And then over here, you're going to notice a blank page. I'm like, well, did she forget something? No. This is for if you have bigger projects, not bigger projects, but even less frequent projects. So you could kind of do this. Again, excuse my handwriting because it's terrible, but maybe you have something like we don't have to pump our septic tank every year. So septic tank, I think they told us every 3 years on that. So I can write down the next time the septic tank needs to be filled, or emptied, which would be 2019, so it would be 2021. I need to do that. So you can put down dates for things that don't happen that often. So the dogs have a Seresto collar, and that has to be replaced every 8 months. And I think I did it. I didn't do it that long ago. So maybe I just say, okay, in March it's due to be replaced. So this is a chance for you to just kind of freeform some oddball things that you want to remember, but that don't fall into these patterns. So over here, these are things that you want to do maybe quarterly, maybe you want to do semi-annually, maybe you want to do just annually. So you can put those things here, or you can even write notes. So say, one thing I forgot of here is to replace the furnace filter. So over here, you might want to write the furnace size, maybe it's 2 by 50 by, I don't even know what these things are, 2 by 50 by 4 or something like that. Just so you know your furnace filter size, so when you have to go get it, it's here. So this was really created as just a general notes area that you could use any which way you wanted, divide it up any which way you wanted, to keep track of some of the things that maybe don't fall here or belong or accessories to here, or things you just want to remember. So that's why I created this blank page for you over here. So we'll just get rid of that. My messy handwriting so you don't all have to look at that. So that is how you use the planner. So it's pretty simple, but again, this is not something I created academically. This is actually what I do. This is how I use it. And it's obviously you can see that this is definitely part of my lifestyle. And I actually do like cleaning on a regular basis, which is very, very odd. So again, this is a digital version. You'll get the blank version where everything's empty for you, so you can fill it in yourself, put in all the things that you want. And if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them for me at the website. You can go to lifeeditanddesign.com, or you can go to Life Edit and Design on Etsy, or you can even go on Instagram. Again, Life Edit and Design all together. You'll find us in all 3 of those places. And I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to know how your cleaning projects are going, and if you're finding that the cleaning every day actually does work. It's a really cool concept. I know it sounds insane, but 15 minutes and you're done, and you don't even notice that you used the time, but yet you have a clean house all the time. And that's kind of what I like. I like to feel clean all the time. So there you go. Love having you watch this video, and take care. We'll see you next time.